Okay, very quickly, I want to show you what I've been working on. I've been busy the past couple of months, a lot of things going on. These are all outside walls that have never been insulated, so I insulated them, but didn't have the energy to finish drywalling, so I didn't do that. I'll probably do that at a later date, but I organized all the brooms and things of that nature, cleaning up. I did insulate over here and drywall. I didn't exactly finish the drywall here either, but my main objective was to get all my comic boxes out of the garage and into this area down here. In order for me to do that, I would have had to put this shelf here, which I did, but I didn't want to just put it there without at least finishing the wall and back of it. So that's what I did. I had to insulate everything and drywall it, and I was able to bring all these boxes out of the garage and put them on this shelf and not have to worry about removing it all when I want to drywall, because it's all done. At least that section is done, and that was my objective. And I also finished the framework on the inside of the door, and I added some security, as you can see. So I've been busy doing that. And as a matter of fact, boy, am I worn out. Cut my finger on a saw. Oh shit. Let me this is some of the stuff I pulled out of the garage that I picked up from a sale last year. So anyway, I don't even, this is not my handwriting, good girl, bad girl, I don't know that. I'm going to pull out a few from here. I don't know what this stuff is. I'll take that with me to the front and can get started on the regular video, I suppose. Okay, see you in the next clip. Oh man, crazy fireworks out there. There's a lot of it coming down right by our house. My wife's outside of the deck, on the deck, and she thought that stuff was going to start the roof on fire. So anyway, every year it's like this, man. It's really, really loud until midnight, sometimes till 1 o'clock in the morning, and the fireworks are going off all over the place. You walk outside, and it's all smoke. It's like a dense fog. So anyway, yeah, I have been busy these past couple of months working on this house. Now I've been even more busier than I was before, because of I got all this time now to work on this house, and before I had 2 houses to work on. And you would think that I wouldn't be so busy, but I am. Holy smokes, man. And so much stuff going on. And first week of April, I talked about this, you know, my wife went in there for a colonoscopy. They discovered 9 polyps, which they removed, non-cancerous. Then we had the what's that? Oh, the closing on this other house, and had to figure out, you know, that what we need to put away for taxes. You know, 100. Man, I don't even want to talk about that, but I don't know if you might be able to hear it. I don't know. I can hear it here, but I don't know if it'll go through the mic. So it's nuts. It's just freaking crazy, man. Let me see something here. Okay, so I've been pretty busy these last 3 months, actually. I haven't done a video in 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I don't know, 2 months probably. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of work on this house. Now that I have more time, I'm actually finding that I'm busier than I was before when I had the other house to work on as well. But I had to do all that work to get all my, collectibles out of the garage. It's like we're in the midst of a heat wave. It's between 90 and 100 degrees. And in the garage, it's probably 120. So one thing led to another, and man, it's just unbelievable. So I've been racking my brains trying to figure out how am I going to get that stuff out of the garage. Where am I going to put it? You have to make room somewhere. I got to get a shelf against the wall. I can't put the shelf against the wall until I at least insulate it and drywall it and get it done so I don't have to go through it again later on. So that's what I did, and then that took time, and then I showed you where I was working on the door, and then I cut my finger 13 days ago. I was cutting some wood in the back, and I had my outside in the back, and I had my circular saw. I had a rip blade in it. The teeth were a ½ inch apart, and I got done with cutting the wood, and I lifted up the saw, and all of a sudden I had this pain in my wrist, and I thought I was going to drop the saw. Now, my finger was off the trigger, so the blade is supposed to slow down and stop, and it also has a guard on the bottom that automatically covers the blade once you lift it up off the work that you're doing. Well, both those things failed, and I wasn't even aware of it, and I'm hurting in my wrist, and I was going to drop the saw, so I went underneath to grab it, and the blade's still spinning and ripped my finger. It didn't rip the finger off, but the nurse told me probably another second, and it would have probably hit the nerves and the bone, and maybe even taken off the top part of the finger. So that's the quick reaction I had, and then I went upstairs, and I put all the tools away, really quick, and I put not a Band-Aid, I did the best bandage job that I could with the rags that I had, because I was bleeding all over the place. I went upstairs, and I'm putting pressure on it. I told my wife, I think I cut my finger off. I was joking, And she says, oh, please don't say that. No, I didn't cut my finger, but I cut it off, but I did a pretty deep cut. I got to go to the hospital. She says, are you kidding me? And I unwrapped it, and there's blood all over the thing, and she's like, and I went to the hospital, because I knew I needed to get sutures put in there. I didn't know how many stitches they were going to use, but anyway, I went there. It was like almost 4 hours in there, and then the nurse, Abby, call her Nurse Nellie, because her middle name is Nellie. Abby, Nellie, something or other. And she, I kept pressure on it, and then she gave me, put other bandages on there because this was not a huge emergency. Some people go in there with heart attacks, so I would, I gotta wait until they take care of the more important emergency situations first, right? So that's how long it took, and she finally got back to me, she took it off, and then she gave me the shots to numb my finger, and my finger swelled up like a boiled kielbasa. And then I had to wait a little bit longer, and she finally came back, and she's pulling the meat from my finger back, and it starts bleeding again, and it's bleeding all into the tub, and she said a little bit of blood is going to be normal, and I figured that, yeah, I know. And so this little tray is filling up with, the blood's dripping in there, and then mixed with a little bit of iodine, and then she's cleaning it out. This is after I had x-rays, because she said, well, the x-rays show you might have had a little bit of wood or metal, residual metal in there, so that she was cleaning it out and everything, and they wanted to make sure with the x-ray I didn't cut into the bone or, nerves and stuff like that. Anyway, tetanus shot I had to get. So she's doing all this cleaning, and then she's preparing the sutures to do the stitches, and in the meantime, this thing is filling up with all this the blood and the iodide. I said, it's about an inch. It was about at least an inch in there, and there's only a little bit of iodine. Most of that was my blood. And I said, if any more blood fills that tub, I think we can put it in the refrigerator and wait for Jell-O. And she shook her head, kind of laughed a little bit, And then she's putting the stitches in now, and this patient comes in. She must have been in her late 70s. She's in an actual emergency room, with the IVs and, in the beds. I was on the other side where they have little cubicles where you just sit, for minor emergencies, and then they bring portable tables and trays with whatever they need to take care of your emergency, But she was in there and she's screaming. Where is that dirty Dr. Cocksucker? Where's Dr. Cocksucker? Help! 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 What are you doing to me? You sons of bitches! And she sweared and called MFers. But I had to start laughing because and she's trying to put the stitches in me, and I'm laughing because this woman is calling for Dr. Cocksucker. Where is Dr. Cocksucker? God damn it, you bastards! She said, stop moving your arm. Anyway, I had to get 7 stitches, not a big deal. And she said I should get them removed by my primary physician. She was not a nurse, actually. She was a PA, a physician's assistant. And I told her when I was ready to leave, give me a suture removal kit because I'm not going to go 13 miles to my primary physician to have him remove my sutures and then drive 13, 14 miles, whatever it is, back to the house, and all that BS. So she gave me the kit. So I'm going to do the removal tomorrow. Anyway, enough of that stuff, I was going to do it yesterday. Yesterday I was on the Graphic Man Fossil show, and I did not want to remove the stitches before the show because I was afraid, if one of the the stitches, the suture, if one of the threads is some kind of poly nylon material, it probably wouldn't, but it could get stuck in there, and I'm pulling on it, and then it starts to bleed again, or I make a mistake, and then I can't go on the show. So I figure I better wait and go on the show. That way, if I screw this up, at least I'll have been on the show, right? So then we had some stuff going on today. I was helping my neighbor. He broke his freaking arm, the Ukrainian guy that lives down the street. So I had to mow his lawn. So I'm kind of worn out on everything, and I already told these people I can't really help them do that much work anymore. But the guy broke his arm. I guess he slipped on the back porch going down the stairs, and he hit his arm on the concrete on the pavement, at the last step. Broke his arm, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, okay. I was showing some of my lunch boxes on the 4-color fossils yesterday. What the hell is that? Oh. Am I on? Yeah. What's this? Oh, here's some comics I can show. Yeah, I showed these on the 4-color fossils, actually. So anyway, this is, most of these are my original lunch boxes, and the reason why there's such good condition is because, well, most of them are. Some of them are in pretty bad condition. Is because I used to, some of them I never took to school. I used them at home to play with. I put my Army soldiers in there, and in one of them that I showed on Is this it? Yeah, this is it. I showed this on graphic. It's 4-color fossils, the Red Barn lunchbox. This is from 1958-59. And what I used this for was I used to play in the pantry. You know, I was like 8 years old maybe. And the pantry was like my inner sanctum, you know. I turned it into a rocket ship and pretended I was out in outer space, which I am anyway. But then I played with all my farm animals, and I used this for the farm, and then I had all my farm animals in here and stuff, my fences and things like that. And I still have those. I don't know where the heck it is. I'll find it eventually. So this is an original one that I used back then. And my aunt gave me most of these. I think my brother said he actually bought me this. I thought it was my aunt, and then he said that he thinks he bought me this lunchbox. So I'm not sure. But, oh, here's a school. Oh, this is the Disney one. No, this one I got at a flea market. But unless it's the Porky Pig. Is this the Porky Pig one? No. Oh, no. This is I got this at a flea market. Yeah. A long, long time ago. In Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Look at this one. The Disney lunchbox. This is from 61, 62. There's the thermos. It's got the thermos in there. Let me show you the... So this is pretty cool stuff. I mean... to be able to, as a matter of fact, it's got a label in here. I don't... see if I can make out the name. Shit, no. I don't know. Michelle, I don't know. Can't make it out. But here's the bottom of the book. Usually these lunch boxes, when you take them to school, they would get ruined. Totally ruined, you know. Kids playing with them, you know, on the floor and running the stuff. Running their lunchbox on the sidewalk, you know, putting whatever they did with them. Oh. Yeah, I remember getting this at a flea market. It had the thermos in it and everything. I was happy to find this. Such memories, made out of metal. You don't see these anymore. This is Aladdin, I think. Yeah, Aladdin vacuum bottle. Pretty neat. Look, you can see the characters on there. Goofy. Pluto, Jiminy Cricket. The whole gang. Hoping for lunch. Hey, is that a date on there? Copyright date? Copyrights don't necessarily mean that it's from that year. It could be a year later or so. There's no copyright date on this. No copyright year, I mean. Because it usually means that's when they copyrighted it, but it could have produced a lunchbox a year later or something to that effect, you know. But it's usually, it gives you an idea of at least a pretty much accurate idea of when the lunchbox was manufactured and sold. I haven't seen this in a long time. Put that son of a gun back in there. $61.62 is what I... Okay, so that... What am I gonna do? 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 Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Did you ever watch that cartoon? He's saying, what'll I do? What'll I do? Disney school bus lunchbox. What? Another one? Why? Is that right? Maybe I had one after all. I don't remember. Why would I have two? I gotta ask my brother. I have another one here. It's the exact same one. You gotta be kidding me. This is missing a handle on there. Alright, that's in pretty good shape though. It's got a thermos in there as well. No, I could. Now I'm perplexed. I'm wondering if I actually did have one. And if that other one with the wear on it was mine. I'll have to ask my brother. You know, he was 10 years older than me, so he might have known. He was always taking care of me. Always taking care of me and buying me stuff. It's my brother Ernie. So, well, it couldn't have been this one. I mean, this one looks brand new. So I must have bought this one at the flea market. At the flea market. And yeah. Same thing. It's even got some. I bought this at the flea market because I remember this paper in there. I remember that. Okay. So if I bought this at the flea market, where did this other one come from? Pretty good shape. Like almost brand new. I'm gonna have, it's a little dirty there, but I'm gonna have to ask my brother. He might actually know. Oh. This got no. I wonder. can't oh, look, it's even got a... It's even still got the original Good Housekeeping seal on it. Now, the strap is what bothers me. The handle, I don't... Maybe there wasn't a handle on it. I probably got it really cheap because of that. Well, I don't know, but I think that's what happened. Okay. I'm going to ask my brother, see if he has any information on that, because I don't remember having two of these at all. This was one that I always took to school. I used to watch the Lassie show on TV. This would be we lived on Roscoe and Hoyne, so it had to be late 50s, maybe 1960, 61, 62. But I always took this lunchbox with me. For a couple of years anyway. I mean, I really beat the heck out of it. Or other kids did. I didn't, like it getting beat up, but... And it's actually not... It has nothing to do with Lassie. It was called Pets and Pals. Pets and Pals, but you can see that they did this based on the artwork is based on the popularity of the Lassie show. So inside we have a thermos. We got this might be my thermos. I don't know. Might not be my original. Or is it? Yeah, it is. My father used to love the Lassie show and the artwork. He might have actually bought this. Most of these are from my aunt, but yeah, see, this has seen some better days. Got a crack right there. The stopper has a crack on it, but the glass vacuum, the mirrored glass is fine. I'll have to see if I can get a replacement for that. Well, a little handle here, you put your finger in there, hold the cup, that's broke too. But it's pretty decent shape considering I used this for a long time, at least a couple of years. And I did think I had, where's it? Oh, here. I did think that I had another Pets and Pals. I guess I didn't. Or what's this? Oh no, I'm spaced out. This is Pets and Pals. Oh wait, no, this was my soup thing for the winter time. This is from the Pets and Pals, and it was for my soup. Ma always made a lot of soup. Surprised this is in there. I don't think I took this to school that often, though. Because I would have had to carry that separately. It wouldn't fit in a lunchbox. You know, I remember my father. This is really weird. I know you're going to think this is really weird, but when I wasn't using the lunchboxes no more, he displayed them. He displayed them inside a cabinet on the shelf because he loved the art. Oh, man. Well, I might have some pictures. I got to go through all my pictures and stuff. I probably have a lot of pictures where I could show you guys what I'm talking about. Tysky. I haven't had a... Oh, I found this thermos too in the garage. I don't know where this one came from. I think I might have used this when I was in freshman in high school or late 60s. I don't know. Could be. It's hard to remember all this. Oh, and here's another one of my links. This I got from my aunt. And it... my Uncle Carl and my Aunt Kate, they had my cousin Charlie, my first cousin Charlie, and then Charlie had a couple of kids, and this is weird. Okay, this is my oh, it's only the thermos. Huckleberry Hound and Friends. It's the thermos with Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound. Was that Pixie and Dixie? And Baba Louie. Excuse me. Quick Draw and Draw. Yogi Bear. Huckleberry Hound. Pixie and Jinx the Cat. Here's Augie Doggy. Used to love those cartoons, you know. Biggest thing was the Harvey cartoons. I got a lot more lunchboxes to dig through. Pretty sure I got my Casper lunchbox. Okay, you know, also what I got. Oh, let's see here. Oh, yeah, I got something from Gotham City that I actually got from Gotham City Comics 5 weeks ago. Box arrived with some goodies in it. I opened the box but didn't unpack it. So I'm going to do that right now. Yeah. So a little bit of beef jerky and not bad, Casper. Gee, Casper, that tastes good. I got some comics to show too, so hold on. I'm getting there. I think that's all for the lunch boxes for now. Okay, so this is what I got from Kevin, Gotham City Comics, about 5 weeks ago. And all I did was cut it open like that. That's it. I didn't look inside. Something, I was going to do a video and I forget what happened. Something else happened that cut into my mood, and then I couldn't do it no more, and then all this time passed and I got caught up in other things, so it just didn't happen. Okay, so as usual, he packs very well. Kevin does. And okay, let's see what we got here. Take this cover off. Nicely packaged, as you can see. Never have to worry about it with Kevin. Here we are. Oh, I got a couple stickers too from Gotham City. Gotham City Comics, couple stickers. Thank you, Kevin. And thank you for the other 50 that you sent me. I'm kidding. I'm thinking about buying some. Buying more. But I wanted to get... Oh! Yeah, I want to show this with my other comic there. Let me show you this. These are the neck Ben Cooper figures, the first wave. The Halloween costumes from Ben Cooper. Now, this was supposed to be the Mummy. I don't know why they can't call it the Mummy. Oh, it's probably copyrighted or something, so they called it. Oh, we got it in the back here, you know. Monster. Okay, so we got the creature, the devil, Frankenstein, skeleton, the mummy. Isn't it neat? This brings back some memories. You know, back in 1964, I think was the last time I did any trick-or-treating, and it was also the last time I had lunch boxes in school. I might have used a plaid, no-nonsense lunchbox for a little while, but it was the last year of lunchboxes. Probably the last year I was doing any trick-or-treating. How old was I? 12? I was 12 years old, god damn it! And it was in October of that year, 1964, close to Halloween, that the church, right a half a block from where we lived in the Lakeview neighborhood, was having a Halloween party for the people in the neighborhood and the kids. Here's the skeleton. Okay, this is the costume I had. I wish, or was it? Yeah, it was a skeleton. It had red eyes, though. I must have painted the eyes red around the perimeter or something. But so I went there, and they had me and a couple of friends went there, and they had these bobbing for apples. They were in these big wooden uh, tubs, and I think they must have had plastic liners in them of some sort, and then they filled it with water, and then they had apples in there, and they had 3 of them, and then the kids would line up in rows behind each one of the 3. I tried to get ahead of the lines because I wasn't going to stick my face and mouth in there where everybody else had their spit in and all that. You bob for apples, and you with your hands behind your back, and you try to get an apple out of there with your teeth without touching it with your hands. So they give you a certain amount of time, and then a buzzer goes off, and you got to quit, and then the next group goes in. But I didn't do it because I couldn't get to the front of the line to be the first one. So I just didn't do that part of it. But they also had... Now, which one is this? They also had... this is the devil, yeah. They also had a costume contest. One was for the cutest contest, like more for the girls. One was for the best homemade costume, and then one was for the scariest costume. I had this Ben Cooper costume. Oh, here's the creature. Look at this. I think it's the best one out of the set. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think these are 7-inch, or maybe they're 6-inch. Let's see here. See if I can get approximately 6-inch. Yeah, they're about 6 inches. So anyway, the scariest costume. Oh, and here's the Frankenstein monster. So, there I was in the basement of the church, and you had these, they voted all the people in the church. They had a group of 3 or 4 different judges. They decided, who had the best homemade costume, and then it came down to the scariest costume. And then what they did, they'd have people with the costumes, the kids with the costumes, walking around in a circle so the judges can see everybody, and then they would eliminate people or something like that. I might not be remembering it exactly, but what I do remember is that it came down to me and one other person, and I had this is for the scariest costume, and this is what I had, except that the eyes were red. And I was up against just one other guy, and I think there was a girl that had some kind of stupid costume with a cutie devil costume, a cutesy little devil costume, and that wasn't scary at all. It was kind of sissy-ish, And it really came down to me and this other guy. But there was really no competition left. I mean, the other guy, he had a Ben Cooper Spider-Man costume, a yellow one, that he said he got from his brother back in 1955. He didn't have the mask for it, but it was the Ben Cooper Spider-Man costume. It said Spider-Man on it. It had the logo, and no mask. And I'm up against really just him, besides this cutesy little devil girl, it was like a princess kind of devil. And we're going around in a circle, and I said, this is a sure win for me. I can win this $5 because that was the prize. And I promised a friend of mine I was going to take them out for hamburgers at Wimpy's on Ashland Avenue, and then the rest of the money I was going to use for comics. And this is an easy $5. I'm going to win. So the guy's just making this contorted face. He's got the Spider-Man costume, and he's walking around and sort of. And these judges started to laugh, and then they called it, and they gave it to him. I says, wait a minute, that's not fair. This is scarier than what he's doing. We decided to do it with him because he put an effort in, making a contorted face, and he didn't really have any scary costume, but he tried, the most original blah, blah, blah. What? I said, I'm never going back there again. I said, that's not right. Well, that's our decision, and blah, blah, blah. I remember that. To this day, I remember that because I was so mad at that. That's not fucking right. That is not right. It's not. How am I going to put this in? It's not fair. Who cares about fair? But it just wasn't right. There's a church, and they said it was going to be for the scariest costume, and then they give it to this nincompoop. There's nothing scary about it. I got a piece of it stuck between my teeth. That's why I'm going like that. Oh. Okay. Well, it's still there. I don't know. So the other thing I got from Gotham City was from the Super 7 reaction figures. This is from the Chamber of Chills number 19, that famous cover. I'm just trying to see if I can't get the best possible clarity that I can. I like that she's got the cigarette in her hand. And here's the comic. I was kind of in a state of shock. This book is like $15,000. I'm not kidding you. It's a $15,000 book. I mean, I don't know what it would come back as after I, bring it into CGC. I'm thinking of going through my comic store and he's a friend with somebody at Heritage Auctions, so the guy comes into the store sometimes. He's like one of the officers there in the downtown office of Heritage Auctions here in Chicago. So they take the books into Heritage, and from Heritage they send them in. They look it over themselves first to make sure that as far as they can determine, there's no restoration on it. And if there is restoration, they'll tell you, and then if you still want to send it in, they'll do it, but they'll automatically send it in if there isn't any restoration. And from what I was told, if there isn't any restoration on this book, which I don't think that there is, because it's in pretty nice shape, the spine's got some wear on it, this is probably at least a 6.5. They said $15,000, 6.5. or 6.0. But that can't be right because a 5.0 CGC was up for sale for this book at $25,000. That may be wishful thinking, I don't know. Let's see. No, wait a second. I read some information on the back here. Yeah, a CGC 5.0 was being sold at listed at $25,000. I don't know. I hate giving the book up, but if it's worth that much money, I'm going to sell it because you know, I mean, there's bills to pay. You can get your car fixed or buy a new car or get rid of all your bills and you don't have any more bills and can put money in the bank. When it comes down to it, I'd rather sell that and have the money and have security, and instead of whining about I ain't got no money and I this and that and the other thing. Well, I can't whine about that no more because I did sell the other house and we got all the money in a CD. But anyway, I was shocked that that book was worth that kind of money. I mean, when I bought it, I think I paid 2003. I paid $60 for it. In 2010, it was like worth $90 in this condition. I think I graded it at a 7.0, so it's probably less than that, maybe 6.0, 6.5, I don't know. But it has the inside of this book has Howard Nostrand art in it. So in 2024, the book in the same condition without it being graded was $20,000. And maybe that's why the guy, because it was CGC 5.0, listed it for 25. It's, you know, worth a lot more when it's graded. But that's just remarkable, man. Alright, now the other books I got. I don't know who did the cover on this. I didn't get a chance to rebag and board these books. Oh, man, this is bugging me. There were some other books here. What did I do with them? I'm losing my mind. Oh well, here's the Adventures of the Fly. I showed this on Graphic Man, the 4-color fossils, yesterday. I picked this up at a local comic shop, Atlas Comics, for, what was it? Originally, I think it was, you wanted 12. I got it for $6. $6. Adventures of the Fly. This is from 1964. Radio comics. In other words, Archie. Put that back in there. Am I losing my mind, man? Come on, I know I had nothing in there. Is there something in here? Oh yeah, this is what I had here. Okay. Then I picked this up. This is Frank Springer did the cover on here. Frank Springer did, there's another copy of that. The giant skull cover. This is with the hooded figure. The hooded skull is Death. The figure of Death. He holds the key. Strange tales you cannot, must not believe. Then I just got this book. I have to the centerfold is loose. I have to reattach it, which I can do because I got a staple removal kit. And the cover is loose, the centerfold is detached. So I might use some Gangujo paper and fix the holes here. Here you can see here. Can fix those holes and reinforce them with Gangujo paper. Japanese, that's a very fine paper that's used in conservation. And you know, I do it for myself. I don't do it because I want to send it in to get graded and then it comes back restored or conserved. I'm just doing it for myself. And I have to set up a table back there. I got all the materials now that I need to do this kind of work. I just have to make the room back there to do it. But anyway, this is Wedding Bells, number 12. Quality romance publication. Must have threw the bag away. Holy cow. I gotta get that thing. Then there is this one. What the hell? Where did I get this from? I just got this in. Got this from eBay. Look. I don't know what the hell I wrote on there. I can't make this up. Anyway, it's got. This was written by the guy that I bought it from. Cover detached. 1.8, 1952. That's the year I was born. Put it back in there. Back in the bag. Holy cow. Bear with me here. Next one I got here is Captain Marvel Jr. number 82. Let me take it out of them. It's an awfully big Mylar. Awfully big backer board. Look at the size of this backer board. It's a magazine backer board. You know, I love me my pirates, man. You can see that all the way in the back there. You see that skull and the swords? Cross swords. What year is this from? February 1950. That darn thing there. Ooh, this is how it came to me. That's a monster bag. This for like that's got to be a magazine bag. I showed these on 4-color fossils. Western Comics. This is a this is a Howard Sherman cover. And this is a Howard Sherman cover. Western Comics number 18. This is number 18. Number 14. And as I mentioned in the 4-color fossils, what's interesting about this guy Howard Sherman and another friend of his, they were pulp illustrators back in the 1930s, and he illustrated for the pulp magazine Real Western and Double Action Western. And what's interesting about those pulp magazines, this is from 1935, I'm talking about these pulp magazines, and in there was a classified ad from Howard Sherman wanting to buy or trade original Western gear, like saddles and boots and pistols and badges and stuff like that. They needed them for props so that they can illustrate, and they would in turn trade you their original art. So that was kind of interesting, and he had that ad placed in the 1935 issues of those pulp magazines. So that was kind of interesting to me. Oh, here's that other bag. It was $12. Half price was $6 for that The Adventures of the Fly. And this is another Howard Sherman cover. It's from 1951. Number 22. Now these, I just grabbed these out of the box that I in that clip that I showed you when we came down the stairs, all those boxes that I brought in from the garage. So this, I guess I bought about 25, 30, probably close to 30 boxes, short boxes, all filled to the brim of all sorts of stuff. A lot of the stuff is from the 90s, some of it's from the 80s, and there's even Silver Age in there, but in lower grade, I would say. But from what I was able to see so far, I mean, this box I never went through. I just pulled out a pile of stuff. I don't know. This is Angel Fire. American Entertainment exclusive. I think. Oh, Angel Fire. What other press was this, man? What? I think this was. Angel Fire was. I'm pretty sure it was Billy Tucci, his company. Billy Tucci, that creator of She. I got some original art from him. I bought it from him when I see him at the conventions. One time I was at the convention a few years ago. This is probably 7 years ago, and he remembered me, and he had just ordered pizza, and he told me to come around the table and have some pizza with him. So I was having pizza with him because I just bought original art, from him. I think this is his company, though. I don't know. Let's see. I could be mistaken. Yes, it is him. William Tucci. Billy Tucci. Okay, so that's his company. What, see, there's his, creation right there, She. But he had nothing to do with Angel Fire other than publish it. He's the president and the publisher. Crusade Comics, that's what it is. That's what his company was, Crusade Comics. Okay. Couldn't think of it. So there's a photo cover. There's one. Amazon's from, I don't know what press it is. Apparently the woman I bought these from, she was divorced from her husband. Her husband moved to Texas, left all these books there, and she didn't want them. She wanted to get rid of them. So I got them for like $20 and then $25 a box. So it came down this is double bagged. I don't want to go through all that. What the hell. So the price came down to like, I don't know, somewhere's around 25 cents a piece. So it was autographed. Oh yeah, okay. Comics, bring us the comics. Black and white. I think this is he said, well, look at that, Amazon's 1990. So this was right at the end of the 80s. The 80s black and white glut. Not quite in the middle of the black and white glut, but certainly a part of it. A lot of people starting, everybody and their dead grandmother was publishing a comic book in black and white on the coattails of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now look at this, American Woman. This is called by Antarctic Press, Barrage Studios. American Woman, one of 2. Does that not look like Angela from Spawn? That appeared in Spawn number... Spawn number 9, first appearance of Angela. That looks like Angela. Here's American Woman number 2. Well, she looks a lot different there than she does here. That's for sure. Maybe they said, you better change her look, pal, or you're gonna get sued. She looks too much like our character, Angela. What's this next one? Agony in Black? Agony in Black. Interesting cover. Very interesting, I might add. Well, okay. That's all what I have right now. I gotta take this. I wonder if I should take these. I'm gonna take my stitches out tomorrow. I mean my sutures. My knee's killing me, eh? Oh, you know, I'll save that for another video, I think. Yeah. Well, that's all I got. This video's gone on long enough. Me and my ranting. Gotta remove my sutures. I'll probably do that. I better not do it tonight. God, man, I have to do it tomorrow for sure. You know, I took when I was in the hospital and all this stuff happened with my finger. I videotaped everything. She let me. I asked her if I can tape all this and video it, and it doesn't bother me if you want to do it. So that's what I did. I did the whole thing. Taped it while she was suturing it up, and the blood dripping into the... I think I might have accidentally caught that lady across the hall. But I can't show any... I don't want to show any of that, even if I could, But I might show some of the... Maybe I'll show a small clip of when I went in to the emergency room, I took the Band-Aid off, and I was looking at it, and filming it. I might show that at the end of this video. Won't be for the squeamish, though. Alright, thanks for watching, and hopefully I can get another video up here pretty soon. And everybody live long and be well, and take care.
I cut my finger. Oh my lord.
Yeah, just so I see what she said. Okay. And then I'll correct it. Does husband mention anything about me coming?
Not really.
He didn't say, but he asked for it.
Yeah, actually, I think he's on his way. He's asking what school it's on.
Hello.
there anything else you need, or? Thank you.
Hey. One or two? When's the last time you went? Can you hold on a second?
What's your name and date of birth?
What's your name and date of birth?
To try to get that string off your fingertail. There we go.
Leave me alone. Help! Fucking